welcome to this C# support video. This is the 6th in the series on lists, and there's a shop theme for this challenge where we need to make a function which receives a parameter which is a list of all of the items that a shop sells, and we need to go through it and return, so the value that we're going to return is going to be a list of items that we need to reorder. So how do we know what we need to reorder? Well, each item has a name, so we've got a public attribute of data type string, which describes the item itself, and then we've got a stock quantity, so it's an integer, which is just 0 if it's out of stock, or any positive number if it's in stock. So our function should iterate through every item in the shop, find anything that is out of stock, where stock is set to 0, and then return a list just containing the values that are out of stock. But be careful, if they're out of stock, we want to order 10 of them. So our list of the values that we're going to return, all of the stock values should be set to 10. Okay, so our return value is a list, and the list is going to store items. It's a list of singular item together, they're going to be plural. And then we'll receive a list as a parameter. Again, it's going to be a list of items, but we need to give it a name this time, and I'm going to call it stock. So that's everything that the shop sells. Then inside, we want to make a list that we can return. So let's make that list first and call it items to reorder, or just reorder. And we need to call the constructor to allocate the memory for storing all of those objects. And then we can iterate through each value in the parameter that we receive. So this one here, that's the input to the function. So for each item I in stock, and then we want to check and see if the stock attribute of the item class is 0. So if the item that we're interested in at the moment, the one that we're using to iterate through this list, if that is out of stock, then we want to add it to the list that we're going to return. So reorder.add, pop that in that list. And then outside of the loop, so after we've gone through everything in our input list from a parameter, we can return that reorder list, which is all of the items that we want to reorder. We're almost there. This will fail at the moment because we haven't yet oh gosh, what have we done here? Oh, I've got the wrong I'm setting stock to 0 there rather than testing to see if it's 0. Oops, maybe error. So we're almost there now, but our problem is when we reorder things, when they're out of stock, I forgot to set the stock to 10, which is what this test table thing here says. When we want a new item ordered, we should order 10 of them so we don't run out of stock quickly. So let's try i.stock is going to be set to 10 before we add it to the reorder list, so that hopefully this time it should work. Awesome. So I had quite a lot of fun generating random product names for this. I hope that's appreciated, and yeah, I hope this is helpful.